And welcome to the two of you that have joined and just trying out this Blue Yeti microphone. Hello, gotta love Thailand. Glad to see you here. Um, if you can, tell me how the microphone is sounding because I've got no clue. I can hear it in my headphones. It sounds pretty good. Close that up. Figure I'd come on for a few minutes and see if I can do some adjusting here because as soon as I get on the road, this is going to be how I can live stream from my truck. Great. Glad to hear that. Gotta love Thailand. Thanks, Chris. I was sitting over here and I was messing around with all the settings on on the microphone, and there were a couple times that some cars went by and I could actually hear the car through my headphones. So I didn't want to increase the mic gain so much that you could hear everything behind me, if you know what I mean. So good. Um, the biggest thing here is I have to not try and get so close to the microphone that I'm blowing everybody away. All right. Now, Dave, I don't know how to invite people. Oh, here it is. Uh-huh. Yeah. There's no way of fixing that, Paul. If anybody wants to jump on the stream, I'd like to give that a shot. I have never done that yet either. But there's the link below. And if you jump on, I can see how that works. Right now, I'm on my home Wi Fi, so this is going to be obviously easier than when I'm on the road. There's Dave. Right now, I'm on my home. How you doing, Dave? So this is going to be obviously easier than when I'm on the road. There's Dave.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. Hold on. Let me shut off the volume on my YouTube deal here. Bring it up real quick. Hey, good morning. How you doing? There we go. All right. Now it should be okay.
Cool.
Yeah, it sounds great. I don't. It's. It sounds really good. You're far enough away. You're not picking up any background noises. You're not over modulating. Now I know that in the settings, you can go to audio and you
Okay.
can I have automatically adjust microphone volume, and you can click that and it'll actually automatically adjust everybody's microphone that joins you also.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. I just clicked that, so that should help.
Yeah. Yeah, in other words, you're far enough away. It sounds perfect to me, anyway. And it sounds like your buddy says you sound a little girly, but other, other than that, it sounds pretty good to me. So I was just up messing around with mine and scheduling tomorrow's live stream and a bunch of other stuff. So
Oh
figured
yeah.
I saw you came live, so I figured I'd jump on and let you know if it was working any good.
Right,
Oh,
right.
thank you.
Well, I appreciate you doing that for me, Dave. I really do.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
And Paul, this is the Blue Yeti. It's a USB mic, and it's a pretty hefty piece of equipment. When I opened up the box, I don't know. It says that it's about 4 pounds, and it feels about 4 pounds. So I mean, it's no slouch. This is the one that um, that Bob uses for his live streams.
Yeah, the one that I got was I bought it from Lasada here in Thailand because I'm in Thailand. In case your friends don't know that, but anyway, it was only $15,
Oh
and
wow.
I bought two of them, and it came with a little tripod, and I bet you it weighs under a pound,
Oh
maybe a
really?
pound, and and that's the one I bought two because I use this one on my mic stand here in my office, and then I take one with me when I go on the road or go traveling here. And it's pretty decent, and the sound's pretty decent.
Oh
Probably
yeah.
not as good as the Yeti, but it's decent.
No, no. I mean, Dave, you've got the voice for radio. Let me tell you.
I
I've
like
got the
that part.
face for radio. You've got the voice for radio. If we can just put those two together, we'll be good.
And I think I got the face also. So, but yeah, so good. I gotta go, but I will definitely join you. When are you gonna do the live stream
Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time here in the U.S. So
in the U.S.?
in Thailand, that'll be Monday sometime.
Okay, I'll try to catch that, and
Okay.
everybody have a good day, and we'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate you stopping by.
No worries.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I'm not gonna be doing it while I'm running, Paul. I'm gonna be doing it while I'm parked, obviously. So, I mean, there's various settings, and the biggest thing that I was trying to do is I was trying to set the mic gain so that I wasn't blowing everybody away. But Dave really helped me out by showing me that setting in uh, in the software on Streamyard here, so it automatically doesn't allow me to blow everybody away. So that's great. Paul, do you have Streamyard, or do you want to join the stream? Of course, it's boring. I'm not going to do anything that's going to get everything all messed up. There's just so many different settings to play with. Well, I mean, if you want, you can just come on right here. We can talk right here. Just jump on your laptop. All you have to do is jump on your laptop, take and copy the link that I put into the chat, and you can come on in. And if you don't behave yourselves, I've got my moderators in the chat so they can block you. Oh, there's Paul.
Backstage. Ooh.
And, yep, but you're no longer backstage.
Oh, hold on. Why isn't it going through the car?
Ooh, you've got one of those situations where the Bluetooth doesn't connect to with
You
the
there?
website. Yeah, I can hear you.
Huh. That's weird. It won't freaking go through my thing.
Oh, it won't go
That's
through
nice.
your. I didn't know you were driving.
Oh, maybe that did it.
Hello. Can you hear me
That
now?
might be.
Can you
That's
milk a
it.
cow?
Yeah.
Nope, it doesn't look like he's going to be joining us. That's too bad. Paul, I'll call you later. I promise. But I didn't know that he was going to be driving anyway. Otherwise, I would have just been like, nope, sorry. Yeah, Paul's. I'm going to put this up here. Just just for later, just so Paul can watch it later. Sound is good on me, but Paul not so much. He has no. Don't get me wrong. Paul has probably one of the most state of the art um, studio equipment at home. I mean, he's got the green screen, he's got the mixer, he's got the microphone with all of the booms and everything, and he's got everything. And he had a pretty regular uh, vlog or podcast or whatever you would want to call it that he did on a pretty regular basis. It was, if not every day, a couple times a week. And then something happened to where they stopped doing it as much. Oh, I know you, Paul. Trust me. You don't have to show me anything. I already know that you can blow me away easily. Easily. All I've got is my laptop, my microphone, and my phone on a gimbal for my webcam. So, um, I will do that for him because I don't know if he has all of his videos still up there or not. Um, but I will go here and go back to my channel and then find his channel. Okay. Okay. Now I have to find his channel because, in fact, instead of just doing that away from you guys, let's go here, share screen, and then here. There, now you guys can see what I'm doing. I can go through here. I have a lot more people on my list now than I ever have had before, I think. And it's just been adding for like the past few days. It would be nice if that was all. There we go. There we go. This is where all of Paul's shows are. So if you are interested, yeah, I found it, Paul. I mean, took me long enough, but I found it. Yeah, Chris, you have the one for his personal page, but this is the one that he was doing like the actual show where you can actually see him try and uh I don't know, slap his head a few times. There's some videos in there that are crazy. And there's some videos on there that I called into his show. But it was a lot of fun. Oh, Gator Jake. I mean, yesterday we had so much ice. I mean, it was just crazy here. Crazy because we had power outages. There's still people out there today that don't have power. Hey, ET Travel Freely. Good to see you. She's making the rounds, saying hi to everybody. So, Paul, I gave the RT show a little bit of free press here. 70. Jeez, Paul, you had to been wearing a sweater. Yeah, it was all freezing rain. It was all freezing rain. I put pictures on my Instagram account because it was just crazy, absolutely insane. And let's go Instagram. I guess I got to put. There we go. Maybe that'll work. I'm doing something wrong. Chris and uh, Chris and Gator Jake are the pros at that. I don't know if that's showing up or not. It probably is. I probably just can't see it because I'm not on YouTube. I'm on the StreamYard. So 86 would be nice. Today it got up to the 40s. So driving around town, all the ice that was on everything started to melt. Thank you, Chris. Yes, please hit that like button. Um, I really wasn't planning on spending much time today because Sunday. Oh, wait a second. I don't know what. I must have missed something here. Am I? Are you talking ET Travel Freely? Are you talking about my voice? Because Paul was saying that I sounded girly. But so Sunday, 5 p.m. Central. I'm going to be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we're going to be doing the live stream from the back of my truck. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Gator Jake. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just wanted you to be able to see all the ice that the pictures that I took. And then, uh, oh, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So the live stream is going to be on Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, sitting at a truck stop waiting to unload on Monday. And then because of some scheduling conflicts on Wednesdays when I'm releasing my premieres every week, I have changed it to 6 p.m. Central Time instead of noon. So, Chris, you should be able to join the premieres every Wednesday because that should be right around 4 p.m. your time. Hopefully that works with your schedule because I didn't want you to get fired trying to watch my videos while you're working. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Gator Jake. Absolutely. The food in Albuquerque is great. I don't know if we lost Chris or not, but oh, Paul's back.
34.
Hey, Paul.
Hear me now.
I can hear you now. Can you hear me now? Are you there? Oh, wow. That had to have been something, Gator Jake.
Yeah,
Was that going to be for like your training? Ooh. Okay, Chris. Okay, Chris, just for you, I'm going to adjust it
That's annoying.
once again,
I think I can hear you
and
though.
I will put it.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah,
It doesn't like Bluetooth.
I'm gonna put my the premiere at 7 p.m. Central, so that way it's 5 p.m. Central or California time.
There. How about that? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can now. Obviously, it doesn't
What
like
did you do?
Bluetooth. I was trying to turn the Bluetooth on it. StreamYard doesn't seem to want to pick up Bluetooth.
Oh,
Dang
okay.
it. What's up with that? So I'm doing what you're not supposed to be doing. See? Here, I'll show everybody. See? Look at that. Beautiful
Well, you were
fog. Right?
already doing what you were not supposed to be doing by texting while you were driving.
What? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't read a map and hold the steering wheel and yeah, I wouldn't do that stuff.
Yeah, you
Hey,
don't.
but look, check it out. See, I never got rid of my trucker roots right here, baby. See that? And the food. Look at that. Food and a CB radio. There you go.
Yeah. And you're holding the phone in your hand, so you might as well be eating the food while you're driving and holding the phone and talking on the CB.
Hey, I could do that. See, look, 2 hands. Oh, wait, no hands. Wait, is it 2 hands or 2 hands? It's 2 hands. Hold on, here we go. I still have half my burrito from lunch. There you go. See?
I see that.
Yep. Hey, no, it sounds hella good, though.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
You should have called me. I would have given you some more information about microphones. But that'll work as long as, as long as you're in a quiet space. You turn that reefer on and you're going to hear all of it.
Oh, I'm sure. The only problem is that I didn't buy this. Somebody bought it for me.
Oh, well, free is always good. So
Right. Yep.
Free works. Free works.
And
Is
so
that
I
somebody watching?
didn't have. No, they're not watching today, but I'm sure they'll be watching in the future because they've been watching a lot of my videos.
Good old recap. Yeah.
Yep. But Gator Jake just said that he flew for the Air Force for 20 years, and then he had his annual training for the first 8 years over at Kirtland Air Force Base over there in Albuquerque, which is really awesome.
Calling in. Okay. Sorry, my phone was starting to call in.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you
I'm headed out to
Gator Jake.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it, and then
hopefully that works.
Yeah, I completely understand that. So
I didn't want to use
thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you the next live stream.
Oh, that was annoying.
Okay.
Right. Anyways.
So where are you off to?
I'm headed to Half Moon Bay to the water. So I'm working on some church audio video stuff. Funny enough, yes, that's right. So now I'm helping them get their camera and all this other a PTZ camera, which on top of being hella expensive, they're kind of a pain in the butt to program and make work too. So, but good old customer service, baby. I plugged it in, got on TeamViewer, and they made the magic happen. So I didn't have to try to do what they do. Already know. So
is this going to be a camera so that they can live stream their services?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Mainly in this case, they're going to use Zoom. Because of some of the people that are very partially sick, where they don't want to take any chances, kind of stuff. So they have a bunch of people like that. So they're Zooming a lot of their stuff right now. So I'm getting them set up. They had some crazy setup they had microphones that were they had things plugged into the USB interface that, yeah, I don't even understand how it was working, but it was working. So, but now I'm back to like, I got them a computer. They're using the USB interface like normal. And then I got all the church audio into one line, which they didn't have before. So, but yeah, so I'm going out there to mount the camera in the back of the room and just finish setting it up.
So one of the guys that is on the live stream right now, his name is Chris Wedgeworth, and he lives in Northern California.
Wedgeworth, that sounds familiar. Funny. I don't know.
I think
maybe I just know that last name.
I think he's up by like Redding area.
Oh, he's up in the red side of California.
Yes. And then why don't you explain a little bit of what you do out there in the great
so yeah, the great state of California. Yeah. Right. So I do handyman stuff. I also, well, before that, at the very beginning, I drove truck for about 20 years or so. I still have my Class A. Never give it up because I want to go drive. I miss it. Now I do handyman stuff, and about a year or so, I got into the podcasting / YouTube show, whatever. I guess it's still podcasting, but mainly I was doing that. So we were trying to figure that out with Bill Walker. And we were going down kind of a random path, AKA random thought.
right.
And basically a few months back, I was kind of like, okay, this is like, we're not going nowhere because we're not focusing on anything specific. So we've kind of taken a whole, trying to figure out exactly what we want to do. And I think what we really want to get into is, which is boring as it is, we want to actually dig into the laws. And so when people start saying, oh yeah, this law is for this only, and it's like, oh, what about the 10,000 other pages that are behind it? So somehow we're going to put that together to where everybody can actually see what's really being said without having the whole pundit thing. I don't want to say, a loaf of bread's going to be $1,000 like JJ Johnson's friend that we all know and love to hear his, doomsday reports all the time. But no, I want to be like, okay, so here's what your senator, whatever representative voted for. Is this what you hired him to do? The end. Make up your own mind. By the way, I'm going into a big old tunnel, so I'm probably going to cut out.
You probably will.
So, yeah. So that's me. And
he did. Oh, yeah, I've got my doubles and triples and my tankers too. I just, on my hazmat, I let that go back after 9/11, and they increased not only the cost of the hazmat endorsement, but all of the steps that you had to get into it. I did have my TWIC. I don't know if it's a permit or a license or whatever. I had that for several years, but I let that go too. It wasn't worth holding on to. I mean, the TWIC was a joke to begin with, because at first, yeah, people wanted to see it. And then after a while, I'm just going to get Paul off of here for now. When the TWIC first came out, they were really enforcing it. And then after a while, you just had to pay like an extra $30 to get into the ports. So, I mean, the TWIC was just a joke. And it was the other thing that you had to do. You had to wear a different color vest to walk around the area. Or sometimes you had to have like an escort to get you around pretty much anywhere. So, I mean, there was no point in even keeping it. And now with the company I drive for, I never use a TWIC anyway. So, I mean, it would just be a waste of my money because the company is not going to pay for it if you don't use it. Oh, it looks like it's just you and me, Chris. And yes, you do have to study for the hazmat. I still have to know about hazardous materials. I do have to be tested on hazardous materials, even though I don't haul it. Um, so there's the downside to that. So I do know, the basics on hazardous materials, but I never haul it. I don't have my hazmat endorsement, so it doesn't really matter. But we're sitting here at 31 minutes, and people are saying that the audio sounds great. So I am looking forward to Sunday because with the headphones and the microphones that have been graciously donated to this channel, and I appreciate it, even though they asked that I not mention them. So I'm not going to do so. But thank you if you watch this YouTube rerun. I appreciate it, and I'm sure all of my viewers are going to appreciate it now that they can hear me a little bit better. Oh, hey Bob. No, no worries, no worries. I was just here trying to try out the microphone, and everybody says that it sounds great. We just ended up getting caught up in a conversation. If you, let's see here. We can keep this going though if you want. If you want to jump in, I just have to find. I know that the biggest thing here, my biggest problem is that I am basically competing against Ken Hare and his channel is going tonight. So that was that was my biggest concern. But I still had 7 or 8 people pop in today. I think 7 was the big number throughout the night. But I mean, I can see how just doing these live streams are just totally addicting because you start going into one direction and people just coming in and having conversations with people. It is just, I love it. I could see how addicting it can be. Now, it may sound really good here. The biggest challenge is going to be figuring out the perfect setup for inside the semi, because there's going to be noise. I've got a fan that runs the air conditioner that's running frequently, and then I also have a reefer that runs quite frequently. So that's going to be the next challenge, figuring that out. But I appreciate you coming in, Bob and Chris and everybody else that came in tonight, and Paul for stopping in and telling us about what he does. Oh, there's Bob. Hey, Bob.
Give me a minute to shut off the other one because it's playing double.
Oh.
Guess I'm a rookie. I can't figure it out.
Oh.
Did it go off?
I can't hear anything. I can't hear any echo on my end. I'm not sure if it's just because I have my headphones turned down enough or. If you want, you can just mute your computer entirely and it'll do the same thing. Or no, it won't, because you have to. Oh, yeah, because you won't hear me.
Okay, am I right now?
I think you're right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't hear double.
Okay, good. You'll get used to it after a while, Bob.
That's 2 rookies here working together.
That's right. Hey, I mean, the only way that we can do things sometimes is helping each other out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been nearly 2 years in YouTube and literally just starting doing live streams. So I didn't take the time to put a hat on. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Oh my gosh. I mean, these live streams are addicting, right?
They are. Yeah.
Because you just start talking to people, and I mean, you go in with the intention of maybe doing like a 5-10 minute, I want to see how the audio works. I want to hear how the the headphones work and stuff like that. And then here I'm sitting at 36 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jake, are you still in here? Let's see, Gator Jake's in the chat.
No, he had to take off. He had another YouTube channel to go moderate.
Yeah.
He just goes channel to channel, and he's a busy guy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's getting good at it too. He's just recently started doing the moderating, and we have so many people that we all deal with that there's not enough moderators to go around. So you're going to learn that you need somebody that's following you to help block out the riffraff too, because there could be some unwanted guests show up for sure.
Right. I mean, I've got Chris Wedgeworth, and then I've got my wife who comes on, Akira Damon. She's a moderator, and I mean, if you're going to be on my lives pretty regularly too, I will. If you don't mind, I would add you as a moderator too. Because
yeah, go ahead. I'll do my best to make it to your lives. I certainly would. So, and I don't mind obviously helping out.
Right. And oh, here we go. There we go. Now I just muted my I just did this. I just got the double too. So I am going to do let's see here. Instead of just doing it, I have to get used to doing this part of it, which is right here. There, now you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go to your name, hit the three dots, and then add moderator. And you are now a moderator, sir, and I appreciate that.
I think I totally turned the YouTube one off. I was looking
did you?
I think so.
And then I hit stop sharing, and boom, we're back. Man.
I think I figured how I still have both screens going here. So, shit, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't need it.
Yeah. And Chris, you're right. There are a lot of spam in the chats.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get that with uploading my videos. I'll get people that just come in and they'll do like thumbs up or something like that, or subscribe to my channel, and then you go subscribe to their channel, and the next time you turn around and they've unsubscribed to you.
Well, I think what you need to do is something you need to learn. Being new at this, you can get your channel shut down in a heartbeat for doing sub for sub. So you need to make sure everybody knows that you are not condoning sub for subs. These are great channels that you have coming to you. If you would like to join them, check them out. They're a good channel.
Right.
But we are not in any way a sub for sub operation.
No.
So you need to just make sure everybody knows that. So at least you have that on
record.
If somebody comes and tells you, hey, you're doing sub for sub, you're just doing the open mic deal so you can get subs to come to you. And that isn't the case. I mean, I'm doing this because I want to help everybody else. And that help, if they want to help me, they don't have to. They don't even have to come to my channel. If they see the live and they like what we're doing, good. But if they don't, that's fine. That's fine with me. I'm not after trying to get subs that way. I'm after getting people that truly enjoy our channel and want to go see the things we do. And that's how I found you, because you do something that I enjoy. So I watch that because that's what I want to do, not because I'm trying to get you to sub to my channel or anything else. And that's what everybody needs to understand. And I think this is a good forum right now for you to have that. Obviously, is what your goal is. Your goal is just to gain new friends. I want new friends from around the world.
Absolutely.
And beyond my wildest dreams, I've gone over 3,000 subs. I had no clue that would ever happen.
Well, I mean, you put out content that people enjoy, and you're authentic and you're real, and you don't try and be somebody that you're not, and that's why you have 3,000 subscribers, and people appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I truly just want to help other people that are trying to do it. I got to a point when I first started that I was thinking this is never going to go anywhere. People don't really care about coming and watching my content. I mean, we struggle to get to the first 100, and at the time I thought, well, it doesn't matter to me because I'm doing it for us. It's not because I'm trying to do it as an income or to try to make something more of it. Is I was doing it for us, something that I could learn to do when I retire. So that's the reason for the name. It's time to get going. It's time for me to get out of working and start enjoying my life. For Christ's sakes, I'm 68 years old. It's time to get something out of this. Time to get going.
And it's really too bad that it took that long, because I mean, the one thing that I've learned through starting my YouTube channel is that my job is not just my job. I get to go out there and I get to film things that people have never seen before. And I get to, interact with people in so many different ways.
That's why we have so many people that are from Thailand, other countries that are not the United States, because they want to see stuff in the United States. It may be someday they want to come here and they get to see something new, something they don't see every day.
Chris just asked, have you thought about flying drones? And I know that you do have a drone and you do fly it from time to time.
Yeah, just go back in my videos and you'll see a lot of drone videos. It's just that when I'm in Southern California, it's near impossible to fly it anywhere. We have so many airports, and DJI is not forgiving. It will not take off if there's an airport nearby.
Absolutely. That is so true. I mean, anytime that I'm in Southern California, I just keep the drones in the suitcase and just forget about even flying them.
Yeah.
Because you don't even have a chance.
Yeah, it's a problem. But when I go to Wyoming and Utah, I've got a lot of I've flown my drone around different lakes and stuff. And there are lakes around here too, especially when I was a federal employee and I had the perfect job. I was the West Coast manager for the Army Corps Engineers for dams and rivers. So I was able to fly around any of their dams and stuff that the general public can't, because I'm federal. I was in charge of it. I mean, they could have made a big deal of it, but they didn't. They never gave me a problem for it.
That's awesome, because every time that I went by those dams up in Oregon, I was like, man, I wish that I could fly those drones. And then I got the GoPro on the truck and I was like, I'm going to film those things as I'm driving by them because I can't fly them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're huge,
Right.
These things are just monstrous.
Right.
And you drive by them and you see the water pouring out of the doors at the bottom of the dam. And it's just a beautiful sight.
Yeah, I didn't do any of those, the bigger dams. I stuck primarily to the smaller that were less. The whole reason they don't want you to do drones, it's a liability. A liability for the government. Somebody from God knows where can see the functions and operations of a dam, and they could do nasty things to them. So
right. Yeah, and I completely understand it. I mean, it's not that I argue the rule. It's just, the explorer inside of you, because when you become a drone pilot, you're not really looking to just fly around a piece of equipment. You're looking to explore different places that you can't normally see.
Yeah.
Yes, and and even Chris, even using the Before You Fly app is not perfect. I use 3 different apps. I use the Before You Fly app. I use the Air Map, and then there's one other one that escapes me right now. But there's sometimes you can't really see what's available as far as flying goes. And then the other part of it is DJI, like Bob just was saying, is so unforgiving. I mean, they are extra precautious. So there's areas where it'll say that you can't fly, but you can actually fly because it's an older restriction that has been lifted.
Yeah. If my drone will take off, I feel that I'm safe to do it. So I look at the apps to see if it's a no-fly zone, because if it's got like 2 or 3 airports that are all crossing that general area, there's no chance. But if you're on like the edge of a spot, something that may be able to, which a good case in point, I flew one of the beaches in Southern California, and it let me fly it. It was really good. I got down to right near the pier where I really wanted to fly over the pier area or near it. It just threw on the brakes. It stopped there. It wouldn't go any farther. And then when I looked at the app, I could see it was an airport crossing coming out of, I'm not sure where, Burbank or somewhere. But anyhow, it was in the flight path of that airport. And it just stopped. It wouldn't go. I fly the Mavic Air 2.
Right. And I've got the Mavic Air 2 and I've got the Mavic 2 Pro. Those are my 2 drones.
Yeah.
Chris just says you can fly on the backside of Shasta Dam, but not the front side. Do you know why that would be?
The backside meaning upstream in the lake.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, the lake isn't a problem. When you're downstream of it, you can see the entire structure of the dam. And people smarter than me can know, looking at the structure of a dam, just where they would need to place dynamite or God knows what to blow it apart, to wreak havoc on us.
Right.
And that would be a big problem at Shasta.
Okay. So when you were working in the Army Corps of Engineers, where did you primarily work, or were you just all over the place?
I was all over the place on especially disasters. They would call me out to go whenever there was hurricanes or tornadoes or massive floods or forest fires. I would get called out for it. But my primary duty unit or duty station was the southern half of California, all of Arizona, Nevada, and part of Utah.
So what would be your most memorable moment that you had in your career?
The massive tornado outbreak that hit Alabama in 2011. That was the most devastating, destructive, multiple tornadoes hit and massive loss of life.
I was actually down there.
It was so horrible. I think it was where I had my most godly moment too, because I came across a family that ran out of gas on the side of the road. And there were a couple people in the car. And then about a mile down the road, I came up upon the father with a little girl walking with a 1-gallon gas can carrying it. So I stopped and said, hey, can I help you guys? And they said, no, that's okay. We're just going to walk down until we find somebody that we can get a gallon of gas from. Then we'll go back. And I said, no, get in the car with me. And it was actually a pickup that I told him, I'm going to take you to the nearest gas station and then I'll run you back to your car. So when I got there, the little girl, actually on the way there, the little girl kept looking at my lunch that I had in the back seat. And I said, honey, are you hungry? She says, yes, sir. And I said, well, just open the bag and eat whatever you want to. Help yourself. So she was just sitting there. And I said, baby, are you going to eat? She says, well, if it's okay with you, I'm going to take it back and share with my brothers and my mom. So that touched me really bad. When we got to the gas station, I got their gallon of gas, took them back to the car, and I told them, come back to the gas station. I'm going to follow you here to make sure you make it. And I'm going to buy your tank of gas, and I'm going to buy you guys food in the store. So I filled up their gas and took just the kids went in the house, in the store. The mama didn't want to go. She was embarrassed. And So they were looking basically like a bag of chips and stuff like that. And I told them, no, this is one of those big kind of a truck stop type that had
Right.
the things full of cooked food and all kinds of stuff. So I had them pick out everything you guys want, enough for all 5 of them. And then when we got to the counter, they had these great, big, huge chocolate muffins. So I had them put 5 of those in the bag too. So the daddy wanted to know if there's a way that he can contact me and pay me back. And I said, my payment was the smile on your kids' faces, seeing that they were going to have dinner tonight. I don't need anything from you. I just want you to know my name's Bob, and you don't need to know more than that.
Amen, brother. And
So,
it's crazy because you and I were in the same area at the same time. We just didn't know each other back then, because I was in Birmingham, Alabama in 2011 when those tornadoes came through. I was working
wow.
for a flatbed company, and my truck was parked at their terminal in Birmingham, Alabama, and basically all they had was a place for everybody to park their trucks and their trailers, and then they just had one of those mobile, units that it just had their office in there and a portable restroom, and that's all they had.
Uh,
So they grabbed all of us and we went down to, I think it was a Flying J truck stop in Birmingham, Alabama. And when we got there, we all went into one of the coolers, and that's where we sat. And when we went back to the trucks, or back to the yard, after the tornado had already gone through, all of our trucks were just thrown around like toys. There was nothing
yeah.
left.
Yeah, I mean, when I first got there, they took me to Birmingham first. So I spent the first probably week, maybe no, I think it was a week in Birmingham, checking that entire area there. But where it was hardest hit was farther north, up by Phil Campbell, and I can't think of the name of the city now, but it's the city where God, I had his name, Sonny James,
Okay.
was born and raised there, and it had a big, huge Levi factory. Well, the tornadoes, there were 2 of them that went through that general area that were the biggest of the bunch, and it demolished the Levi factory and all the trucks. Even the trucks, they were finding parts of them a mile away.
Oh
But
yeah.
the Levi's they were finding in Tennessee.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Isn't that amazing?
yeah. So I spent the bulk of my time. I took a team of people with me up in that direction, and I managed the 6 counties up in the northwest part of Alabama.
Wow. See, I mean, it's just wonder. I mean, we didn't know each other back then, but the ways that our lives have intersected with
Yeah,
with people that
yeah.
you
Like I
didn't
told you,
know
my
about it.
dad had trucking companies, so that's what they did, and they were really little disheartened that I I was drafted in the army. I was in the end of the Vietnam War. So when I got out, I was already an engineer.
Right.
So why am I going to become a truck driver if I'm an engineer?
Right.
So
Right.
anyhow, it bothered my dad a little bit, but he got to where he understood and said, okay, well, yeah. So as it turned out over the years, I mean, I did far better than I would have if I drove truck and been a partner in his business.
Right. Oh my gosh, that is
But
just
I did get my Class A license though, and I drove for him for about a year, and that's why I know the rules and what the drivers did back then. I mean, it's such a different group of people now, but I mean, it's that way on it in every aspect of our country. It's not just the truck drivers.
right. Going back to when you were helping out that family, and how the guy asked you, how do I pay you back in the future? I mean, you don't run into the situation anymore where people just help out people for nothing.
Right,
There's
right.
always strings attached.
Yeah, what's in
And
it for me?
right, and God bless you for helping that family, because that's the way
Well,
that I was raised.
he lost his home, he lost his business, he lost his entire livelihood in the tornadoes. There was nothing left for him.
Right. So
So luckily, he got away with his family, and I know other people I dealt with there that didn't get that. They lost part of their family too.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And I mean, they all had each other, which is great. And the fact that God actually put you in that position at that time for that family,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Yeah, there was another time at that same outbreak that I had to put on my preacher thing because this guy lost his entire family, lost his home, lost everything, and he wanted to commit suicide. They found him about a half a mile from his home out in the field by his horses that were out there dead. So I had to kind of preach to the guy. He was such a nice guy, but he was so down. And you can imagine he lost his kids and his wife, and his entire place was brand new, and he was just in the process of finalizing his insurance on it, and he had nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, so I could go on and on. I've dealt with so many of those stories that,
And
I was notified by the Army Corps that they want me to go back as a retired annuitant and help out in disasters too, if I choose. That it's not like I'm still going to be fully retired. I'm going to get my retirement, but I can go back and work and help out in disasters if I wanted to.
Right. Now you guys are planning on moving to Thailand whenever your wife ends up retiring as well. Do you have any time frame when she thinks she'll be ready to do that?
We're thinking we're going to get through this year. We're going to try to get to Thailand in July or August this year.
Oh, okay.
And maybe stay there for a month or so. And hopefully the end of the year, the beginning of next year, move there.
Okay. But you were talking that you're not going to do it as a permanent basis. You're still going to travel back and forth between the states for a while.
Up in the air.
Up
That's
in the
up
air.
in the air. Yeah.
That's up in the air.
Yeah. The only reason it's up in the air is because I'm not sure that I'm going to like living in Thailand full time. I don't know that. I know like I said the other day on one of the lives, I was only there for either the month of December and January, that time frame. I don't know the rest of the year.
Right.
So, and let me tell you, brother, it is hot and humid there.
Just like Alabama.
No.
Oh, it's worse.
No. Huh? Yes. Yeah. I was in Texas where everybody was telling me, oh, there's nothing worse than being along the coast in Texas whenever they had the hurricane that went through there 3 or so years ago. And I said, yeah, it's miserable. It is hot and humid, but it doesn't compare to Thailand.
Right. Yeah, it's I couldn't even fathom that something that's even hotter or more humid than Alabama or even Florida, because I tell you what, there was one time I got out of a rest area in Alabama, and when you walked outside, it was like you just walked into water.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how humid it was outside.
Well, Jake lives in Florida. Okay, Jake?
Yep.
But he's spent a lot of time in Thailand. His wife's Thai. So he definitely knows the difference between the two of Florida and Thailand. And so when you think about it, just ask him. It isn't comparable.
Right. Well, I really appreciate you coming on. I mean, I didn't really mean to do an interview with you, but it looks like that's what it turned into. And I mean, you're a fascinating guy, Bob. You've got so many different facets to you, and I really appreciate you coming on and joining me tonight.
Sure, I appreciate it.
Thanks. All right. Well, I'm going to close this out, and then
let me get off so you can do your thing.
All right. So we're going to close this out for the night, and I thank everybody that showed up. And I mean, again, this wasn't planned to go this way. If anybody knows how that I can take and clip out that interview with Bob, I want to cut that out of the video and put it into its own separate video, because just a fascinating interview. Fascinating guy, and I'm lucky to know him, and I'm lucky to hopefully he considers me as a friend, because I consider him as a friend. And going forward, I mean, man, he's just a great guy. Chris, you're an awesome moderator. Thank you so much for being here and helping me with the chat. And everybody else that showed up, thank you so much. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, and then share this live stream. Share it with some friends, and I'm definitely going to see if I can clip out that interview, because yes, Chris. uh, we'll talk later about getting some sort of nitrous set up on my semi. Okay. Anyways, we'll see you all later. And as I usually close out my videos, I appreciate y'all for coming along for the ride with me, and we'll see you later on down the road. Bye bye.